And now we get to the winner. You join me back out here at the field of quad screams and broken dreams, and welcome back to Squadding Quads. Today we have got a mega comparison video. Some might call it a mega video. I probably need a mega pint looking at the state of this weather today. 26 degrees and I'm stood here in a black t-shirt, black shorts, a balaclava, sunglasses, and I'm trying to talk whilst not dehydrate and die. But I love the hot weather, so I'm not going to complain too much. If anybody does have a spare house, maybe in Arizona, hook me up in the comments down below. Once the tariffs have gone, of course. Anyway, let's get on with this video. In this video, we are going to look at the Itzy Evo. We're going to look at the Sub 250 Oasis Fly 25, the Avion RC Icon and Nexa. We're going to look at the Speedy Bee Master, the Deep Space Seeker, and potentially even one more that didn't quite make the cut of this video. This is going to be an ultimate comparison video, and we are going to crown the ultimate winner at the end. However, before we get to the end, what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the field, we're going to fly them all back to back, and then at the end of that, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at which one would win an individual category and which one is worthy that potentially you can take a look at if it meets your needs and your requirements. I think I've spoken for probably a little bit too long, so without further ado, let's go. Quad fam, what have we got on comparison then for this video? Well, it's going to be a mega one. We've got the Emax Baby Hawk, we've got the Avion RC Nexa Evo 3.5, we have got the Itzy Evo from Spider, we've got the Avion RC Nexa 6S Icon 2.5 inch, we've got the Sub 250 Oasis Fly 25, we've got the Speedy Bee Master 3X, and of course, over there at the end, with the battery on it, we've got the Deep Space Seeker 3. We're going to crown each one of them a different category winner. Potentially some may not make the cut at all. Some of them may win more than one category, I don't know. But we're going to fly them all back to back this morning. We're going to fly 2 packs. I'm not going to show all of the video, we'll show one flight, otherwise you guys will probably get bored. But we'll fly them all back to back and we'll find out which one you should buy for which job. Something I always advocate for is the right tool for the right job. Is there going to be one that I can crown best of the best, or is it just going to be individual category winners? Spoiler alert, I will actually crown what I think is the best of all these overall. What do you think the winner is going to be? Let me know in the comments down below. Right, let's freaking go. And we begin this comparison video by starting with the Sub 250 Oasis Fly 25, a 2.5 inch 4S, under 249 gram freestyle drone. And it's still something that I hold really dear to my heart now. All of the other videos will have a commentary apart from the very last one where we can sort of do a quick roundup before we go back out to the field and find out the winners of each category. But this particular one, for whatever reason, the GoPro hasn't recorded the stick cam, so I'm going to leave you to it. But bearing in mind, the next one up is the Itzy Evo, and we'll discuss obviously details, but we'll also have commentary on each one of these videos moving forward. But I just wanted to give a little bit of a brief intro as to why we don't have a stick cam on this one, but we do on the others. It's going to be an epic video. We've got the titles above and the progress bar, so if you do want to skip to another drone, if you think, oh well, I don't particularly like watching this one, so you can use that to skip to the next one if you want. If you've got any questions, obviously do leave them in the comments down below. I'm going to be quiet while you enjoy the rest of this Sub 250 Oasis Fly 25 rip. Enjoy. So flight number 2, or drone number 2, is the Itzy Evo from Spider. This is a more professional drone. However, that doesn't mean with the 3S system that you can't also do tricks with it. Now, I don't have the rates set up for crazy tricks because it is more of a professional filming tool. However, I wanted to include it because if you're looking for a micro drone that's under 250 grams and under 4 inch, which is what this sort of comparison is, then nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the Itzy Evo at being professional. and also for the ability to fly around people. So if you want a park flyer or a beach flyer, I won't sort of go into regulations that you can't fly over crowds, etc. But if you want to fly around people, or if you want to fly professionally, if you want smooth cinematic footage, with the option of still being able to freestyle with those 3S motors from AMAX, then the ITZY Evo is absolutely a drone to consider. It's not a freestyle beast. It's not the most powerful drone that we test in. But if you need something for precision, professionalism, you honestly can't beat it. It is honestly the best. When I first obviously started flying this, I'd never flown through the tree like this before, but the ITZY Evo is just, even with all the leaves on it, like, it's so precise. And bear in mind, you turn those rates up, you've still got the power of 3S, so you can still absolutely rip it around. And I thought this was one that was really worthwhile including in this comparison because of what it can actually do that the others can't. The others can cinematic, of course, but this has enclosed props for flying around people. And it appears that we've just got the roadwork starting that I've been threatening to start for the past hour or so. Yep, I'm being told that they have. I don't really need to be told by the spotter that they have. I think we can all hear it. Okay, let's land that and change drones. That was the ITZY Evo by Spider. A brilliant, brilliant professional tool. One of the best that I've ever used on any set. So we're now up with the Deep Space Seeker 3. And this is the newest of all the drones that we fly in, so we do have to be very careful to avoid shiny new toy syndrome by thinking, oh well, this is the newest, so this is the best. So I am going to be as objective as I possibly can here. And I may actually be slightly harsher on the newer ones, or maybe even the ones that I thought was the best before, just to make sure that we are as objective as we possibly can be. Because not only do we need to be fair to the manufacturers, I want to be fair to you guys as well, because you guys are potentially looking at some of these drones and thinking, should I buy it? Should I buy this one? Should I buy that one? Let's see what Quads has got to say. And Quads needs to be very responsible in what he says and how he says it. That said, that was probably the worst move through that tree I've ever done. And let's go around the outside of the field. And I'm already formulating in my mind where I think these drones lie. I've already got a vision of what I think is what, where I think goes where, and what I think is positioned how and why. And we've been very objective with it, we really are. Fly down sideways. Yeah, we've been very objective. There is a helicopter there, so I'm just going to come down. It's way above me according to the spotter. Just need to be careful it doesn't decide to land here.
Okay, so that's 3 minutes of the Deep Space Seeker 3. Let's land and grab another drone. So we fly in on this video the 6S 2.5 inch Avion IC Icon Max. Now this is a drone you can't actually buy, you have to do it yourself, so it's probably not fair to include in the direct comparison, but I wanted to include it in this video because this is the ultimate micro drone, a 6S, still under 250 grams, and it just, the Avion RC sort of frame is just so good. Genuinely so good. So we'll drop it over the tree a couple of times. But this is, I think, the ultimate. It's just a shame that you can't buy it. And who knows, maybe Avion RC will one day make a 6S bind and fly version.
No, chance I can't. Wait.
But it's so nimble, it's so lightweight, it's so powerful.
This is the thing. It's a right boy. That's what but on the other hand, it's sort of donkey daycare. Donkey daycare.
Now because we're using a 6S, we can potentially also get a longer flight time out of this. So next up we have the Avion RC Nexa 3.5 bind and fly. This is a drone from Avion RC that you can buy off the shelf like this in this configuration. And this is a real jack of all trades. This will fly lovely, and we can't really say long range, can we? Because we're not allowed to sort of specifically do long range, but it will go long. It will be cinematic, it will be smooth. And as we can see from the tree, we can also throw it around like a freestyle drone as well. Now I'm not going to make my decision until I've flown them all back to back. I'm going to have a few different categories as to which one. So we're not just going to have the best. We're going to be a bit better than that. Because there are some that's going to be better for some things, some that's not very good at them things, and some that's brilliant at other things. And I think that's where a comparison really should shine, by shining a light on what things are good at in comparison to others, rather than just this is the best. However, we will also have an overall winner, of course. We'll take it around the outside of the field. It's got a very fast cruise speed. It's under 250 grams. It's got the power and the thrust of 3.5 inch. Is that fire down there? Maybe not. Strange. I think you all know what I think of this. I made my thoughts very clear when I did my initial review. Now, I want to just take it a bit easy because I don't actually have turtle mode set up, but I do want to try and do that little flip under the tree with this because we've never tried it with this one. And we managed to get lovely and close to the top of the, or to the bottom, to the top of the bottom of the tree. This is probably the smoothest of all of the ones, and I'm probably at the lowest throttle point of all of the ones. And so far it may actually be the quietest of all of the ones as well. And that is the Avion RC Nexa 3.5 Evo Pro. Let's land and grab another drone.
And we now move on to the final drone in this comparison video. This is the SpeedyBee Master 3X. Although initially I had sort of said I want to just do drones that's under 249 grams, this drone has just arrived. We've just had it on the channel for review. I spoke really highly of it. It's only 3.5 inches, so it meets all the requirements apart from obviously the weight. So I figured let's throw it in anyway and see how it compares to all the others when we're flying them back to back. And the truth of the matter is, it compares really, really well. I just wish it was under 249 grams, because if it was, I could absolutely rank it higher than what we do. But what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the rest of this flight to you guys now. This is, like I say, the last one. We're going to go back out to quads at the field at the end, and we've thought of categories for all of these drones. We're going to have an overall winner. We're going to have a best of several different categories, so each drone you will sort of see where the major points of that particular drone lie, and we're going to take it from there. As always, like I say, if you've got any questions, please do let me know in the comments down below. If you want to discuss any of this, you can do it in the comments down below, or you can join our Discord. It's free, it's not members only, anybody can join. I want to give a quick thank you to all our members. I'm not going to do a shout out in this video because it's gone on for long enough. This flight's almost over now, but I am going to thank our members on screen. So again, thank you very much. If you have supported the channel, you've essentially made this video happen. I do get questions like this all the time. What's the best out of this drone or out of this drone? So I do hope that this video goes somewhere to answering those questions. Right, enjoy the last few seconds of this flight, and I'll see you back at the field. Welcome back to the field. That was some comparison and something that I've been meaning to do for a while. We do have some new drones coming from some new companies. I can't actually give any details at this moment in time, but I just know there will be a part 2 or a comparison version number 2 coming later on in the year. So let's get to the results, and what do we think is the best that's over 250 grams of all those drones? Well, that's an easy one because it's the SpeedyBee Master 3X, and the reason why that's the best over 250 grams is because of all these drones, it's the only one that's over 250 grams. And it's a bit of a shame because it could have won other categories, but because it's overweight, I'm afraid it's limited to that one only. Good drone though. The best one for crazy, ultra powerful freestyle that you can't buy is the Avion RC Nexa Icon 6S. This is a drone built by myself. I've used the Avion frame and the sort of platform because it's so good. It handles 6S perfectly, flies really well, and is incredibly fun. If you want to build a 6S 2.5 inch, this is the way to do it. Well done, Avion RC. Next up is the best for cinematic and professional work, and it won't surprise anybody to know that that is the Itzy Evo from Spider. This thing is a cinematic monster. It will eat up any cinematic scenes that you want to shoot with it whatsoever. You can also fly it close to people, so it's a great park or beach flyer. It's brilliant for professional work because I've done things with it, and it's just top notch. You can't buy it in a bind fly, so you do have to build it yourself. That will increase the entry point for certain people. That said, if you can, then absolutely do. If you want a cinematic monster, this is the one. Next up is the best for freestyle, and that is the Deep Space Seeker 3. This was close to being the best of the best, but has fallen just short for reasons that we'll discuss now. It is brilliant for newbies because it's got great camera protection. It flies incredibly well. It freestyles brilliantly, almost feeling bigger than what it actually is. The real issue with this drone, however, is the flight time. You will struggle to get a flight time as long as some of the other drones that we've reviewed here. That doesn't take anything away from it. This is second place overall, the best for if you just want to do freestyle. Probably the best looking as well, if I'm going to be completely honest. Really, really highly rate this. And this is going to be a drone that I'm not going to part out. This is going to be a drone that I'm going to keep and I'm going to fly, especially when I go on holidays or days out with the kids. Sub 250 grams. We can take it, we can fly it. It's got GPS, so it's got that safety feature so that you are following Air Navigation Order 241 by not being reckless. You're not being reckless because you've got a GPS, so if you lose a signal, it's going to save itself and hopefully not drop on somebody's head, as long as you're not flying too recklessly, of course. But it is absolutely brilliant. It genuinely is brilliant, and it missed out on best overall by an absolute whisker, but that flight time is just a bit problematic. Well done, Deep Space. Keep going, because the Seeker 5 is by far my favourite drone. The Seeker 3 nearly made it to the best of this massive comparison video. And before we crown the winner, we're going to look at the wild card, and that's the Emax Baby Hawk 3.5. Super light, super cheap. I can't let it win a category because the QC is just not good enough. There's no guards for the arms. Newbies are going to have all sorts of problems with it. But that said, it's still a really, really good drone. Really good. It just falls a little bit too short. We're picking the best of the best here, and we are being super, super tight on the entry category. And it just falls a tiny little bit short, I'm afraid. So well done, Emax. You have come really, really close, but there's a few points where you just need to improve on it. And hopefully the next iteration of Emax drones will come out, will still be sub 250 grams, maybe have better motors, maybe have better protection, maybe have better soldering, and maybe we can rank them a little bit higher next time. Great drone, let down, unfortunately, by just a few poor things. Unlucky, Emax. And now we get to the winner. But before we get to the winner, I want to give an honourable mention to the sub 250 Oasis Fly 25. This, for a very long time, nearly a year now, has been my favourite sub 250, or sub 249 grams, should I say, freestyle drone. It no longer is. It's a great drone. It's still loads of fun. If you get one, you won't be disappointed, but it's been eclipsed. And I'm sure nobody will be surprised to hear the winner of the overall category of best drone under 4-inch and under 249 grams is the Avion RC Nexa 3.5 Evo Pro. Why does this win? Why does this beat all the others, in my opinion? And it's very, very simple. It freestyles like a beast. It's under 249 grams by quite a lot. We've even added a GPS and we're still well under that 249 gram mark. The flip side is using exactly the same battery that we struggled to get 3 minutes out of the Deep Space Seeker while freestyling. We can get nearly 5 to 6 minutes using this. Sure, it is slightly down on freestyle performance versus the Seeker, but it's minuscule. And when I said about the Seeker taking overall second place, again, I did say it was a minuscule difference between second and first place. Avion RC have come from, in my opinion, absolutely nowhere, or certainly on my radar, they've come from absolutely nowhere to being two of the top category drones in this segment, in this video that I'm filming. The 6S version that I built handled it brilliantly, and I've tried to build a 6S sub 250 before, or sub 249 gram before, and it just hasn't quite cut it. This, or the Icon should I say, absolutely does cut it. And then this will do long range within the legal limits, officer, hence the, and anything else that you want to throw at it. It really is the king of sub 249 gram, sub 4-inch drones. Avion RC was a brand that I wasn't aware of a few months ago, and have ascended so quickly to one of my favourite brands out there. The customer service, the support, the design, the weight, the way they fly, absolutely incredible. Avion RC, you should be incredibly proud of what you've done. Please do keep doing what you're doing, because it really is helping me and the whole of the community, of course. That's the winner. That's what I'm crowning. After flying them all back to back for 2 packs each, that's what I'm crowning as the winner. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there a drone that I haven't reviewed or I haven't compared in this video that you think, actually Quads, that's better than all of the ones that you've already mentioned in this video? Again, let me know in the comments down below. I am, as I always say, a pilot first, part of the community, before I'm a YouTuber. So if you know something that I don't, then let me know. I'm open to it. I always respond to comments, no matter what they are. If you want to troll me, I'll reply with a video, I don't care. But the point is, if there's something that I've missed and you think, what is this idiot talking about? He's forgot about this or forgot about that. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see what we can do for video number 2. Like I say, I do have a couple of drones coming from a manufacturer, from a couple of manufacturers that haven't announced them yet, so I can't tell you who the manufacturer is or what they are, but they should be equally as exciting as all these drones that we've compared today. I want to leave you on the final note of saying that none of these drones are bad. So please don't think, oh, well, Quads has said that this is the only one worth getting, so all the rest must be rubbish. That's not the case. That's not what I'm saying. I'm crowning, I get asked probably 10 times a day, if not more, would you pick this drone over that drone, or this drone over that drone? So I've done a comparison, and I'm going to do the same comparison with other drones that I've got, with controllers, with goggles, and hopefully these videos will help you make an informed purchase rather than just viewing a review or a video in individuality. You can see them back to back, you can see my reaction of them after flying them back to back, and you can make an informed decision. Do you want something that has a little bit more power, that you don't care if it's sub 249 grams? Maybe the Speedy Bee Master is for you, especially if you like that modular system. Do you want something that's purely freestyle and nothing else, and with a load of camera protection? Then the Deep Space Seeker 3 is probably the one for you. Do you want the best overall? Avion RC have picked up both spots in the 6S category, although it is a custom build, and the best overall, sub 249 gram, sub 4-inch drone. You've all been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.